Potentially, yeah, it could be, and I'll tell you after that, after the fight, really, whether it is or not. But he's got massive height and reach advantage. He's just a big specimen. Um, he's a southpaw as well. It's going to be a difficult night, but it's one that I'm relishing the chance to become a three-way world champion. And just a simple fact that people are writing me off and thinking I'm too small to win this fight, and I believe that that excites me. Just even having, I can imagine what the pictures are going to look like. Me and him at the weigh-in. It's just going to look ridiculous. Like we shouldn't be fighting each other, but that gets me excited to beat someone like that. Well, I think it was very, very negative the things that he was saying after that fight, and I don't think he should have said them, and I think he probably regrets saying them. But I suppose he's fully focused on this fight now. But these are things that he did say, and he was, I think that an issue is he shares too much on social media. He was sharing messages that his wife had said she wants him to retire and all this. And like my wife wants me to retire, but I'm not posting messages of it all over social media. So I just think it was all a wee bit negative from him after, and he's kind of changed his tune recently. But I think he's got to be a mentally strong person. He's came through a lot in his life to date. So I'm not kind of having a dig at how strong he is mentally. I think he will be strong, but I think that is a regret that he'll have of saying the things that he did say. I have it on good authority that Shakur Stevenson would come to Belfast to fight me if I do beat Jamel. So that's a huge fight, and it would be that could be the sign off one, you know what I mean? Shakur Stevenson, imagine that. Imagine beating him at home in Belfast, and the chance for me to box in Belfast again in front of a big crowd, that's very appealing to me. So me and Shakur potentially at Windsor Park after Jamel Herring. So, but again, not looking too far ahead. It's one fight at a time. I need to beat Jamel Herring first. Yeah, it is, to be honest. I suppose more recently in my career, and I think a lot of that I've kind of changed how I train. I don't spar as many rounds as I used to. And you talk about longevity in people's careers. If I continued to train like I always did, I'd have already retired. So I had to retire. 30 and was the age I had in my head that I wanted to retire. So I think with changing training methods and my approach to how I fight or how I train, I think that has helped me with longevity. And I've been in a couple of wars, the Warrington fight in particular, but I haven't been in loads of wars. So I think if there was any, even a slight sign of deterioration in me mentally, I would get out. The sparring is where a lot of the damage is done. Like I was sparring in the first part of my career. For the Quake fight, for example, I sparred 220 rounds for that fight, which is insane. And I was sparring big guys, Gary Corcoran, who fought for the light middleweight world title, and stupid stuff to be honest, but I don't know, it's just the way it was then. I think there should be a limit set on the amount of rounds people can spar per training camp. Um, but then how do you manage that? It's kind of up to the coaches and the boxer himself to manage that. But I think there should be advice maybe and a limit put on rounds sparring. I think there should be um, rules and regulations around what size gloves are worn in the gym. What type of, make sure that the head guard are of good enough quality. I used to spar a guy, I'll not mention who he is, but he didn't wear a head guard. He didn't wear a gum shield. Didn't wear a ball guard. It was mental, and he was a British champion. So I think there needs to just be a few more regulations in place around that and the safeguarding of sparring, because I think that's where all the damage is done. And maybe not sparring too far out of your weight class, which is something I'd done in the past. I'd sparred big guys, too big for me. Maybe keep it in the round one up or one down, something like that from your weight division.